Good morning, children. Welcome back to your English grammar classes. So yesterday we had started with a new chapter from your English grammar textbook, chapter number 5, pronouns. And we also saw different kinds of pronouns. So I explained you about personal pronoun, reflexive and emphatic pronoun. And today we are going to see the third kind of pronoun, that is possessive pronoun. So what do you mean by possessive pronoun? We use possessive pronoun to refer to a specific person or people or thing or things, that is the antecedent belonging to a person or people and sometimes belonging to an animal or animals or thing or things. That means possessive pronouns, it refers to a specific, a particular people or things. For example, you will never find a possessive pronoun near a noun. Okay, that is one more important point, that you will never find a possessive pronoun near a noun, despite the fact it is the genitive of personal pronoun. Genitive means it is the genitive, like for example, I is the first person pronoun. But in possessive pronoun, we can't say that this book is I, isn't it? I can't say that. This book is I. This book belongs to mine, or this book is mine. So the genitive of personal pronoun I have used here mine, or this house is ours. Ours is a new car. So these are some of the examples of possessive pronoun. It refers to a specific person or people or things. We use possessive pronoun depending on number, person and gender. Number means singular or plural. If it is singular, we say mine, M-I-N-E. And if it's plural, we use ours. Again, person, first person we say mine. For second person we use yours. And third person his. And again, its gender, if it's male we use his, and if it's female we use hers. So I hope you all have understood what is possessive pronoun. It refers to a specific category of people, that this book is mine, that car is theirs. So these are some of the possessive pronoun. Below are the possessive pronoun followed by some examples. It can be subject or object, refer to a singular or plural antecedent. See the example. So if it is singular, the first person, it can be male or female, we use the word possessive pronoun mine. For second person, male or female, we use yours, we add s. For third person, whether it's male or female, if it's male we use his, and if it's female we use hers. You are going to add one more s after her. And for the plural number, first person, whether it's male or female, we use ours, common, ours, O-U-R-S. And for the second person, whether it's male or female, again a common possessive pronoun, yours. And for the third person, whether it's male, female or neuter, we use theirs. So I hope you understood this table. Now see the example. Look at these pictures. Mine is the big one. I have not used my picture. It's mine is the big one. This mine, this refers to that my picture. Okay, here mine is used as for what? My picture. I am talking about my picture. I like flowers. Do you like mine? Here mine, see this possessive pronoun, how it's being placed. You have to see that. Here, look at these pictures. Mine is the big one. Here mine is referred as the subject, my picture. But in the second sentence, I like your flowers. Do you like mine? Here flowers is playing the role. Mine means what? It's flowers. The mine is talking about flowers. So here the flowers is the object. So you have to see carefully whether the possessive pronoun plays the role of subject or object. All the essays were good, but his was the best. Subject is his essay. John found his passport, but Mary could not find hers. Hers, what she couldn't find? Her passport. So, you have to also keep in mind singular and plural used before noun. See, if you are using this possessive pronoun before noun, we use in the same manner. My, your, his, her, its. And if it's plural, we use our, your, theirs. If we are talking about before noun. And if it's used alone as possessive pronoun, we use mine, yours, his, hers, its. And for plural, we use ours, yours and theirs. So you got it? Now moving on to the next pronoun, that is relative pronoun. Now what do you mean by relative pronoun? A relative pronoun is a pronoun that introduces a relative clause. It is, see, by the word itself you can make it out. It's called a relative pronoun. Why? Because it relates to whom the word that it modifies, qualifies. जो word के लिए describe करते हैं, उसको relate करते हैं. And because of that, it's known as relative pronoun. So you have to keep in mind there are 5 relative pronouns: who, whom, whose, which, and that. Okay. So repeat after me. So there are 5 relative pronouns: who, whom, whose, which, and that. These are the 5 relative pronouns. Now keep in mind one more important thing. Who and whom are generally only used for people. If we are talking about human beings, people, we use the subject who. And if we are talking about the object, we use the relative pronoun whom. Which is used only for things. Which is never used for people. Which is used only for things. And that, finally, the last relative pronoun that, it can be used for both, as for people as well as for things, as well as for subject and object. Is that clear? 3 things you have to keep in mind. Who is used for subject, whom is used for object, but only for people. Whom is used only for whose. Whose is used for position. If we have to show, kiska hai ye car, whose pencil is this, whose bag is this, whose chalk is this. So when we are talking about the position, we use the relative pronoun whose. And if I have to ask about things, which color is this? Isn't it? And that is used for people and things, for both. That, keep in mind, only that relative pronoun, the relative pronoun that, can be used for people as well as for things. Relative pronoun can refer to singular or plural, and there is no difference between male and female. Relative pronoun ऐसा एक pronoun है, there is no difference whether it's male or female. Now see the examples. The person who phoned me. See here. The person is the people, no? Who is used for subject. The person who phoned me last night is my teacher. The car which hit me was yellow. Which is used for thing. Which hit me was yellow. The person whom I phoned last night is my teacher. Whom again used for people. The car whose driver. Now whose is used for position. The car whose driver. जिसका कार था उसका driver jumped out just before the accident was completely destroyed. You got it, my children? You all are able to understand what is relative pronoun? It's related to the specific noun or clause. Moving on to the next kind, that is interrogative pronoun. That is very easy. You can easily identify. We use interrogative pronoun to ask questions. The interrogative pronoun represents the thing that we don't know. That means what we are asking the question about. There are 4 main interrogative pronouns, and which are they? Who, whom, what and which. Repeat after me. Which are the 4 main interrogative pronouns? Who, whom, what and which. The possessive pronoun whose. You remember before this I explained you the possessive pronoun. The possessive pronoun whose can also be an interrogative pronoun. Okay, keep in mind. The word whose. It was the possessive pronoun used to show us things, whose belongings. It can be also used as an interrogative pronoun. Now see, for person, if it is subject, we again use who, and if we are talking about the object, kiska, so we use whom. If we are talking about thing, whether it's subject or object, the interrogative pronoun will be what. If it is person or thing, again, whether it's subject or object, the possessive pronoun will be which. And again for person, whose. So I hope you understood the table. Now see some examples, I'll show you. Who told you? Who is used for person. John told me. Here John is the subject. Whom did you tell? I told Mary. Whom? I told Mary. Mary is whom? Object. Why? I told whom? Mary. Then what's happened? An accident happened. Accident is playing the role of a subject. So I'll only explain till here. So tomorrow, once again you go through this. Tomorrow I'll send you the remaining kinds of pronoun.